Bear mattress and purple mattress are two very popular mattresses, but which one should you get? It's exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. We'll be running through the pros and cons of each mattress, who they're a good fit for, who they're not a good fit for, and who should get one over the other, so stay tuned. I would start this off by talking about what's similar between these two mattresses. Number one, I think these mattresses are both especially good fits for back sleepers, so that's something you know if you sleep on your back. These both sleep very cool, so if you're worried about sleeping hot, things of that nature, I wouldn't worry about that with any of these two mattresses. And also they're in the same general firmness range. I think it depends on your weight, but a lot of people agree that they're about the same firmness overall. All right, we know about the similarities, but what are the main differences? Number one, price. So it's going to be about $150 to $200 more expensive, depending on the discounts of the day, for a purple for a queen than for the bear. There's also going to be some pretty big materials differences. So the purple has a proprietary hyperelastic polymer gel material on top, over a transition layer, over a base layer, whereas the bear has a sealant cover, which is unique to them, and then a graphite gel infused memory foam layer, over a transition layer, over a polyfoam layer. Because of that, there's going to be some feel differences as well. You're going to sink and sleep more in the mattress. On the bear, it's going to be more of a memory foam feel, kind of that quick sandy feel overall, although it is a little bit of a balanced feel overall, versus sleeping on top of the mattress where it's firm yet pressure relieving at the same time. With the purple, it's going to be more responsive, a little bit easier to move around. All right, let's look under the hood of both mattresses, see what the construction is for both mattresses, and see what the differences are. Starting with the bear, there is a sealant cover, which is a fabric where credible studies show that it can potentially bring you a cooler night of sleep and potentially help you recover from a tough workout from the night before. I would encourage you to check that out on your own, however. Then they have a graphite and gel infused memory foam top layer, then a transition layer, then a base layer that's polyfoam that you'll see in a lot of other all foam mattresses, a lot of other bed-in-a-box mattresses. Switching on to the purple now, they have a pretty soft cover there and then a hyperelastic polymer gel material. So that's proprietary to purple. The way it works is that, let's say you have a foam mattress, you push your hand in, it'll compress a little bit, push in a little bit more, compress even further. Purple works a little bit differently in that it stays flat and supportive until a certain pressure threshold is reached, and then it collapses. So it can be both firm and pressure relieving at the same time, supportive and pressure relieving at the same time. Underneath that, there's a transition layer and then a base layer as well. So what does this all mean? So if you want to sleep in the mattress, sink into the mattress, have more of a memory foam feel, more of a foam feel overall, you're probably going to want to go with the bear. If you want to sleep more on top of the mattress, then I would go with the purple. Also, it's going to be a little bit different in how responsive it is. So the purple is going to be immediately responsive. It's going to be a lot easier to switch positions, whereas it's going to be more slow moving with the bear. I think the purple is going to be the more supportive mattress over the two. That's just my personal opinion. They're both going to sleep cool. I would say the purple sleeps temperature neutral. There's just so much air that can flow through the mattress, given that it's in a kind of a grid format. But they're both, if you're concerned about sleeping hot, they're both good options for you. And I would say durability wise, I would give purple the slight advantage, but that's just my personal opinion. All right, now let's talk about differences in firmness and feel. As far as firmness is concerned, I put the purple at about a 7 out of 10, with the bear being about a 6.5 out of 10. I think it definitely depends on your weight, just given the nature of this kind of gel material on the purple. I think if you're heavier, you're probably going to think it's a little bit softer than the bear, but if you're lighter, you're going to think that it's going to be switched where the bear's going to be a little bit softer. Then you might think it's about the same if you're kind of a medium weight person. So that's just something to note in my opinion. Also the feel is going to be quite different. The purple, just given the way that this kind of gel material works, is going to be firm yet pressure relieving at the same time. You're going to sleep more on top of the mattress. Definitely a unique feel that's pretty hard to describe in my opinion. The bear is going to be more of a memory foam feel. We're going to kind of slowly sink into the mattress. A little bit harder to switch positions, but definitely more of a memory foam feel with the bear mattress. I'm going to talk through how I feel in different sleeping positions on both mattresses. Starting on my back, on the purple, very good match for me here. The gel collapses underneath my butt, but stays flat and supportive across the rest of my body, so very supportive feel overall. On the bear, the memory foam kind of kicks in, conforms to the curves of my body pretty well. So I'd say I'd probably prefer the purple for back sleeping, however. Switching on to my side, on the purple, it does collapse underneath my shoulders, so I do get some pressure relief, but I do feel a little bit of pressure there. On the bear, the memory foam kind of kicks in as well and relieves pressure pretty well. I would say it's about a tie for side sleeping for me personally. Switching onto my stomach now, purple is a great match, just kind of stays flat and supportive, so definitely a very good match for me on my stomach. Whereas on the bear, I would say it's a little bit too soft, so that's just something to know. In Mattress Clarity, we love our pressure map testing. It shows you exactly how well every mattress relieves pressure. So I get down on a pressure map, I lie down on my back, side, and stomach. You see anywhere from blue to no pressure, all the way up to red to high pressure. So what really matters here is these side sleeping results. So if we throw up those results here, you'll see that there is some red in both cases. It shows that it's about a tie. I would say with the purple being unique as it is, it depends on your weight. So if you're heavier, it's probably gonna show less pressure because you're gonna get that gel to activate and collapse a little bit more. If you're lighter weight, under the Bear, it would probably show less red, but it really just, again, just depends on your weight. In my particular case, I'm kind of a medium weight sleeper. That shows why it's about a tie in this case.
Hey guys, Martin here to offer a different perspective. Joe's 5'9", 160, I'm 6'7", 230. I'm a larger person, want to give my experience with these two mattresses. So today we have the Bear mattress and the Purple mattress. In terms of firmness, I said the Bear was a 7 or a 7.5 out of 10, and the Purple was a 6.5 out of 10. Now in terms of sleeping position, starting on the Bear on my back, really good overall support, my hips sink in, not too far, also some very nice contouring from the top layer, so a good match for back sleeping. Moving to my side, I'm feeling some serious pressure on my shoulders and my hips, sinking pretty far into the mattress, so not a good match for side sleeping. And on my stomach, I'm not getting quite enough support, my hips sink in too far, I'm getting out of alignment. Now over on the Purple on my back, really great match. Good overall support, hips sinking just the right amount as well. Just a very nice match for back sleeping. On my side, amazing pressure relief under my shoulders and my hips. That gel layer collapses under those areas, so really nice pressure relief. And on my stomach, it doesn't collapse at all, so a really, really nice match, good supportive match for stomach sleeping. So what does that mean? I think if you're a heavier back sleeper, both could work for you. If you're a heavier side or stomach sleeper, I would lean towards the Purple.
So if you sleep with a partner, there's two additional things you're going to want to consider when looking at a mattress. It's motion transfer and edge support. Motion transfer is basically, if your partner's moving around on that side of the bed, is that motion going to be isolated or transfer over to you and possibly wake you up at night? Edge support is basically, can you sit or sleep towards the edge of the bed without feeling like you're going to fall off? In the case of motion transfer, Bear does have memory foam on top, which generally does a very good job at isolating motion, so I would give the advantage to Bear as far as motion transfer is concerned. As far as edge support is concerned, they both don't have great edge support, so I'd give it about a tie, and just note that they don't have very good edge support overall. All right, now the moment you've all been waiting for, which one of these two mattresses should you get? All right, as far as who should get the Bear, I think light and medium weight side sleepers will find the Bear to be the better fit. You'll probably get better pressure relief. With the Purple, you probably won't get that gel to collapse as much, and so you won't get as much pressure relief as you would with the Bear. So light and medium weight side sleepers should go for the Bear. I think if you want to sink into your mattress and sleep in your mattress more, it's more of a memory foam feel with the Bear, so I would pick the Bear in that case if that's the type of feel that you want. Also, I think athletes who just want to recover from a tough workout over a night of sleep would probably go for the Bear and find that to be a little bit better and that they have the sealant cover. Credible studies show that it is very effective at helping you recover, so that's something to note. As far as who should pick the Purple, I think stomach sleepers will find this to be the more supportive mattress. Definitely a better fit, I think, for stomach sleepers overall. Also, heavier sleepers, especially heavier side sleepers, will get that gel to collapse much more and get better pressure relief overall than you would with the Bear. Also, if you want to kind of move around more easily and not sleep in the mattress, you want to sleep more on top of the mattress, that's definitely the feel that you get with the Purple. All right, that's basically it. Hopefully I've given you a good overview of these similarities and differences and the pros and cons of both mattresses. Hopefully the choice is pretty clear to you, but if for some reason it's not, you have any questions whatsoever, just leave a comment below. I do read and reply back to every single comment on YouTube. Just leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you're just getting started in your mattress buying journey, definitely check out mattressclarity.com. If you want to see a full list of my top picks, simply Google Mattress Clarity Best Mattress. And once again, let me know if you have any questions.